senior policy strategist May Mailman. May, it's great to see you here today. It looked like in oral arguments the Supreme Court may be ready to put an end to Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, meaning no longer can you use race to gerrymander these minority districts. You can't ensure, for example, a black district in Georgia.
Yeah, it's 2025, and it is time to stop drawing lines on the basis of race. We've had a black president. We've had a black and Asian vice president. As we see the race right now in Virginia, Republicans are going to vote for the black candidate, and Democrats are going to vote against. We are in 2025. It's time to move on. But unfortunately, you see justices like Ketanji Brown Jackson who do not agree that we should move to a race-free society, and instead want to portray race as disability. They want to see this as a disability, something that should be treated, something that should be focused on. And that takes us well before the Civil Rights Act. And so that type of thinking, race as a disability, is exactly the type of thinking that we're trying to get away from, but that you see Democrats or that you see Ketanji Brown Jackson trying to elevate more and more.
Yeah, I think for anybody watching, they're probably sitting at home wondering, well, if you drew primarily and intentionally white districts, that would be not just racist, but it would be unconstitutional. And here we sit today, as you point out, in 2025, asking why then can you do it in reverse? Why can you intentionally draw black or brown districts in America? The answer, by the way, the Supreme Court is debating is whether or not they are allowed to or compelled to by the Voting Rights Act. But as you point out, it's no longer 1965.
Yeah, in order to get these districts that have a black majority, states like Louisiana have to take pieces of New Orleans, pieces of Baton Rouge, snake around here, make a circle here, and it doesn't make any sense. If they were going to use neutral principles about keeping districts together, about incumbent protection, yes, sometimes about partisan advantage, but the things that people always use in redistricting, then it would look a lot different than this. And so what the Trump administration said is this is as if LSU had a policy where if a black student and a white student were totally equal, and the government is saying, but you have to pick the black student. That's what's going on here. It would never be allowed at LSU, but somehow it's being required under the Voting Rights Act.
In Congress, not allowed at LSU, but required for Congress in Washington, D.C. After the Civil War, the Civil Rights Act, Jim Crow, and another half a century, it might be time for America to actually consider not enshrining race-based policies, but in fact being exactly as you said, May, race neutral. Great to see you. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.